Excuse me.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
I was born over 200 years ago. But I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
Sorry. What?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need.
You and your family live alone out here? How could you leave them behind like that?
I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? That seems wise. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
I'm just a traveler. I thought I'd take a look around.
Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out.
Anything you can do to help us survive?
Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings.
Where are you heading?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective.
Come along, then.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
How did you get involved in something like the Brotherhood of Steel?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
Hey, I'm on your side. I just need you to tell me the truth.
Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Hey. Excuse me.
I want a dress.
Wait, what?
I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing. I keep hoping I'll come across some old world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
Your thoughts?
Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Your thoughts?
Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
Your thoughts?
Am I punching too much? I get carried away.
Your thoughts?
They'll never see the haymakers coming.
Your thoughts?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Your thoughts?
I want a lifetime supply of Fancy Lad snack cakes, revenge against my enemies, and world peace. In that order.
Your thoughts?
I'm a procurement specialist. It's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology.
Your thoughts?
The Brotherhood pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set.
Your thoughts?
My recommendation? More punching.
Your thoughts?
You know, I've been thinking. The real problem with the Brotherhood is that we isolate ourselves. Our training is top-notch, our technology gives us an advantage, but when it all comes down to it, we're losing because we shun the outside world.
Yes. Excuse me.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
Who were you?
My name is Raul Tejada. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh?
Can you tell me anything else?
Boss, usually when somebody gives you a name and nothing else, it's because that's all they want to give you.
Took you long enough. What do you mean by that?
Sorry. I assumed you heard my cry for help on the radio. But maybe you're just sightseeing. So since the door's open and all, can I go now?
Relax. You're free to go.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out, alone, by myself, into the dangerous waste.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure, boss. What do you want to know?
Just how old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better. I was born in 2047, boss. If you do the math on that, I'm sure you'll get within a decade or so.
So, what exactly is it you do?
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore. I'm still half decent with a pistol. Not fantastic, but good enough. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though.
What's your story?
I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there. After they died, I took my little sister, my Rafaela, to Mexico City. She died there, so I moved on. I came across an old Petro Chico refinery, found Miguel's jumpsuit, and decided to hang up the guns for good. I headed up into Tucson and lived there as old Miguel for a while. Things were okay, then they got bad, and I headed west to the Mojave. And that, boss, is all she wrote.
That was all I had. You're welcome to stay here for all I care.
If by some chance you want to find me again, and if by some even greater chance the coyotes haven't picked my bones clean, I'll be at my shack.
All right, you can come with me. But you'd better not make me regret this.
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go. You really enjoy dragging me into situations where I get shot at, don't you, boss?
Hey. Hey there.
What can I do for you, boss?
Your thoughts?
If I buy it out there, I want 12 mariachi bands playing at my funeral. A medal might be nice, too.
Your thoughts?
Just putting this out there, boss. If super mutants kidnap us and force us to fix toasters for them, it's on you.
Your thoughts?
I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
Your thoughts?
Maybe I'm just old and tired, but being locked in a cool, dark pod to sleep for a few centuries doesn't sound so bad.
Your thoughts?
Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Robco at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste.
Your thoughts?
You never heard of Petro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war.
Your thoughts?
Ugh, boss, are you trying to destroy my knees even faster than nature?
Excuse me.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher, not even a particularly good one.
I'm sure your research isn't that bad. Tell me about it.
For the past 100 years or so, the followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere.
It's always good to help people.
Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research.
So, you're a doctor?
The followers taught me everything I know about medicine. Despite our humble abode here in New Vegas, we have great facilities back in the NCR. Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. I wanted to help people and I enjoyed learning, so I signed up.
You always this enthusiastic?
I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole.
I'm sorry. I don't know what language you're speaking.
Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If agave and mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago.
What do you do here?
Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries, stim packs out of barrel cacti and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims.
That sounds like an absolute waste of time.
Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie.
Come on, don't sell yourself short. I'm really interested.
Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about failed pre-war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm boring.
Yeah. That sounds incredibly boring.
Okay, you don't have to agree with me that much. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it. Only to obfuscate my past association with a fascist paramilitary organization. I'm joking, of course. I will deflect personal questions at any opportunity.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not come with me?
No offense intended, but why should I go anywhere with you?
Well, I do need some help. Danger means doctor's fees.
Pulling bullets out of a vengeance-crazed drifter is truly a noble step up from tending to the downtrodden of Freeside. But I think I'll pass.
Why would you possibly stay here?
Until things settle down around here, alleviating my boredom isn't a good motive to leave. Sorry.
I want to help people.
That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and go with you, but let me be clear about something. As long as you keep working to help people around here get a fair shake, sure, I'll lend a hand. If you start acting like a crazy waster, this is going to be a brief relationship. All right, let's not waste any time. There are people out there to help, things to learn. Maybe not in that order, but let's get to it.
Hey. Hey, got a sec?
What's up?
Your thoughts?
Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither have I, but I can guarantee you that a Freeside junkie has.
Your thoughts?
The Strip's not a bad place if you love terrible things and people. I'll never understand the allure of giving away your money to the rich.
Your thoughts?
Cuts, lacerations, broken bones, infections resulting from all of the above. Common cold, influenza, take your pick. There are plenty of ways to die out here, and most of them, surprisingly, don't have anything to do with war. Just common human fragility.
Your thoughts?
Some of these robots, you look at them the wrong way, don't screw in a vacuum tube right. The next thing you know, you're a pile of ash on the floor and someone's stepping out of a vertibird to sweep your remains into a Nuka-Cola bottle.
Your thoughts?
The followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well.
Your thoughts?
Did I say something? Sorry. Don't pay any attention to me. Just babbling. Nonsense, really. Babbling nonsense.
Your thoughts?
Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither have I.
Looking for trouble?
Sorry, who are you?
Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Gift from my dad. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though.
I'm just looking around.
Well, keep those eyes up and turning, or I'll set them spinning.
What's your problem?
Drinking to forget, and it's only getting me mad instead. Whiskey always gets my temper up, now more than ever. Drinking used to cause all sorts of trouble back west. Before I punched enough people, that is. And they learned to lay low when the whiskey hit.
What happened? Why are you upset?
Lost my caravan heading north. The driver burned to ash. And they didn't even take the cargo, they just burned that too. Burned for the last time. And this time it's for good. Worse, it's not done kicking me. I'm still trapped here. Got nowhere else to go.
So now you're here. Why?
Whiskey and me are old friends. Keeps me going when times get rough. Like now. Got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin.
A caravan? I'm not really the trader type.
Occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
What's the story with this place?
It's a watering hole without much to brag about. It's like a Brahmin drive gone wrong. Supposed to be a gate north, but you come here, you get caught in the pen. Better to head back home. If you don't have a gun and a will, don't matter much what you do when you reach here, except stare at that fucking monument outside. Don't even tell me you missed it coming in. It's like NCR showing its dick to all the East. One's a ranger, one's an NCR trooper, supposed to represent unification of West and East, or some such shit.
What are you going to do now?
Drink. Got a lot of memories to drown. If I die while doing it, so be it.
You can travel with me. See the world. Or what's left of it.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
The road can be a lonely place. Until you meet someone to share it with.
You are definitely barking up the wrong bar stool. Whatever you're suggesting, not interested.
I'm not from around here. I could use someone watching my back.
So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in. I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife, too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me. All right, let's get this caravan rolling.
Hey. Hey.
Oh. You look like you got something else to say besides ordering me around.
Your thoughts?
I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time.
Your thoughts?
Glad I left the outpost behind.
Your thoughts?
Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it. But quiet, and when I'm not around.
Your thoughts?
Caravan of two now.
Your thoughts?
Sure could use a drink.
Your thoughts?
Careful if we go off the road.
Your thoughts?
Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And whiskey.
Your thoughts?
Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
Your thoughts?
All this traveling's making me thirsty.
Trouble. Hey!
Get some.
Big mistake.
Get some.
For the Brotherhood.
Fall back.
That's enough of that.
Entering combat.
Got it.
Come on. For the Brotherhood. For the Brotherhood.
Get some. Armor.
Come on.
Armor.
Mondays, I go right. Got it.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
That's called your.
I'm gonna need some new limbs.
People say it's hard to survive the wasteland. How hard can it be? The water glows in the dark. And it burns. My cousin and his wife are a fastidious couple. She's fast and he's hideous. Ha cha cha.
The Ultralux is fancy.
What's up?
Hey. Aha. Aha. Watch that.
Got it. Yeah.
Hey, any idea how somebody gets into the White Glove Society? Have to know somebody.
Uh-oh.
For the Brotherhood. Come on. Big mistake. Come on.
I've heard you.
Aha.
Yeah.
Over there. Aha.
Trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not up.
Hey. Hey.
Boss, I heard something. You really should have heard something. There we go. I guess old guys are tougher than we look, huh? Hello? I'm sure our victory was purely thanks to your brilliant leadership, boss. That fits with your schedule. I guess old guys are tougher than we look, huh?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
No
it.
more fighting.
Got it.
Up. HMPH, got up.
Couldn't even hide from a half-blind old fool. Embarrassing for you. I've been doing this longer than you, pal.
OLF.
Wow, I'm actually still alive. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Don't worry, boss. With my cataracts, you only sort of look like the bad guy. No!
Someone help! Whoa, you win! Yeah!
Boo. Got it.
If I... Chad. Not firing on all pistons here.
Hug.
What a shame.
Fall back. Hug. Hug.
That doesn't sound... Bad guys! I guess that could have gone worse. I guess that could have gone worse. Uh-oh. I'm glad that's over with. That doesn't sound good. I guess that could have gone worse. Looks like trouble. What a shame.
Hey. Hey.
What's up?
It's time for you to head home.
I thought my charm could win you over, but I guess it wasn't meant to be.
British Republic.
And then the fight started.
Get some. Get some. Get some.
Not firing. Let's start. Don't need this right now. Hide nor. Guess they got rattled. Looks like someone wants to leave.
Water flows in the dark, and it burns. I've been in love with the same woman for 17 years. If my wife ever finds out, she'll kill me.
Gala. Gala. Gala.
Hello, Nate. I have heard that Enclave Colonel Autumn has been spotted in the Commonwealth. I need you to investigate.
Stop right fucking there. I don't know who you think you are, but this safe house belongs to the Enclave. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
The Enclave? What? What the hell is the Enclave?
Oh, now don't act like you don't know about us. Everybody knows that the Enclave is all that really remains of the old world American government. We are its only true successors, and its only legitimate heirs. And because of that, the Enclave is sworn to protect all that remains of old America. Now, I need you to give me an answer before I start shooting. Who are you? Who sent you? And why did you walk into my house without an invitation?
Hold up. This is a safe house? A safe house for what, exactly? I mean, it's in really good condition, considering where it's located. Is it yours?
Yes. This mansion is a safe house. I own it, of course, but it's also used by the gunners whenever their troops need to rest and resupply themselves. I mean, hell, they're the ones who gave me it and helped me clean and renovate it. If it weren't for Captain West, I probably wouldn't even be here. But enough about that. You walked into my home without an invitation, and I demand to know why. Who are you? Who sent you? Start talking, or else.
Take it easy there, Chief. I'm not looking for trouble. People call me the sole survivor, and I just thought I'd take a look around. I'm not a threat.
Sole survivor, huh? Sole survivor of what, exactly? Where did you come from? And what the hell happened to cause people to refer to you in that way?
What's with the third degree, huh? I told you, I'm not here to harm you, and I meant it. So what do you say we just calm it down and talk about this?
We are talking about it here. You're lucky I chose to hear you out and didn't just shoot you from the start. So answer me, or else it'll get ugly.
Do we really have to get into why people call me the sole survivor? It's really not a topic I want to get into, and I'd prefer if you just trusted me.
Trust you? Now? As far as I'm concerned, you could be lying through your goddamn teeth and I don't even know who you are. So you'd best get talking.
I came from Vault 111. When the bombs fell, my family and I were rushed in, and we had to watch as a nuclear strike turned Boston to rubble and ash. We barely made it inside, and Vault Tech told us that we all needed to be decontaminated in these big metal pods. But instead, they froze us in place. At some point, I was partially thawed out just in time to watch as a hazmat team murdered my spouse and kidnapped my son. And then they refroze me, and when I was finally thawed out again, I stumbled out of my pod and through the vault, and I found that no one else was left alive. That I was it. So that's why people have taken to calling me the sole survivor. Now, is that enough for you to believe me? Or are we gonna have us a fucking problem?
Wait, so you mean to tell me that not only were you a vault dweller, but that you were also an original vault dweller, and that you only just got out? Huh, I see. Very well then, I guess I'll just have to take you at your word for it. Doesn't seem like I really have a choice not to, now does it? But you better not cross me. I've been made to lose everything because of a vault dweller before, and I assure you I'm not going through that again. But we can get into that another time. My name is Colonel Augustus Autumn, and as far as I can tell, I'm the last of the Enclave remnants left alive. Everyone else was either captured or killed long ago. But, regardless, I'd like to say it's nice to meet you, and I apologize for coming off so harshly.
The Enclave was wiped out? How? What happened to it?
The Brotherhood is what happened to it. They and that vault dweller I mentioned ripped us apart about 10 years ago, all over a damn water purifier. And I barely escaped with my life. Came up here not long after, and I've made this place my home ever since. Been waiting for them to pay me a visit.
So, if you're the last of the Enclave remnants, then what do you do with your life nowadays?
Honestly, not all that much. Most of the time I get to enjoy living out my retirement days here, in this old mansion, reminiscing on the past. But every now and again, the gunners come calling, and I'm forced to help them out in whatever ways they see fit. I guess you could say I owe them. Usually they just need my tactical expertise, and I gotta serve them as a sort of military advisor. But other times, they want me to be in command. And even though I'd rather not have to help them do their dirty work, I guess it beats out the alternative. Besides, I got this house as a reward.
It seems to me like we've both faced similar circumstances due to forces out of our control.
Yes, we definitely have. It's by the grace of God that I still stand here today, and to be honest, I guess I have the gunners to thank for it too. But enough about that. I think I'd like to go ahead and finally welcome you into my home. There's plenty here, if you'd like a drink or something.
You were expecting the Brotherhood to come pay you a visit? Do you really think they're still out there, gunning for you?
Yeah, I do. I've made a lot of enemies over the years, and definitely even more of them here in the Commonwealth. It's a miracle I'm even still here. I'm not entirely sure the Brotherhood is still looking for me, but I'd rather not find out the hard way. Besides, if it's not them, then someone else.
You mean to tell me the gunners forced you to work for them? How could that possibly be the case?
Let me just tell you a story. When I first got here to the Commonwealth, I had nothing and nobody to my name, and the clothes on my back were it. So one night I made camp out near Fort Hagen, trying to come up with a plan, and the rat bastards showed up and jumped me. They were gonna kill me. I had to beg and plead for them not to execute me, and I guess I convinced their squad leader I was worth it, because they took me back to their plaza. I was sat down with Captain Wes, their leader, and we worked out a deal to prevent my execution. In return for my Enclave expertise, he let me live. I had to provide the gunners with elite shock training, and they granted me this house under the condition that I serve them whenever they need. But I'll tell you this, though. I serve the Enclave first and no one else second. And if I got the chance to kick their gunner asses, I'd take it. But until then, I'm stuck in a contract I never even wanted. They were gonna shoot me if I didn't take it. So I guess I'm glad I did. But I want out.
Thank you, but I don't need a drink. And actually, I think I'd like to make you an offer. If I can help you shake down the Gunners, would you join me? I mean, it doesn't sound like the Gunners really appreciate you all that much. And like you said, you're the last of the Enclave remnants left alive. So, all things considered, what do you say? Would you be willing to help me put a pin in Captain West? Together, we could shut the Gunners down for good.
Well, shit. That's a hell of an opportunity you just gave me. And it's hilariously convenient, too, because I was just about to offer you the same thing. However, if we're gonna do this, then I have some conditions that need to be met first. For starters, this house needs to stay mine. This is my home. And second, if the Brotherhood rolls in, I need to be protected from their wrath. If they even still remember me, I need assurances I won't be shot. And lastly, I need you to support my leadership of the Enclave remnants. I'm sure that if anyone survived, opposing factions have sprung up by now. So if you can guarantee me all of that, then I'll accept your offer and follow you. We can help each other out. So do we have a deal then or not?
Let's say I were to work with the Brotherhood. As long as they don't harm you, would you be willing to help me in aiding them? Or is that not okay?
I guess that'd be fine, yes. As long as they leave me in peace, then I can be civil toward them. And if you choose to aid them, then I'll do so too. However, should you choose to fight them for whatever reason, just know that I won't hesitate to do the same. There's a lot of bad blood from before.
You want me to support you as the Enclave's sole legitimate leader?
Yes, I do. The Enclave is all I've known for my entire life, and I can't allow some random hotshot who may have survived to claim it for themselves. Anyone that claims to be in charge of the Enclave should be dealt with harshly. President Eden's death 10 years ago made me the sole legitimate heir. So any Enclave members you find out there must submit to my leadership. And if they decide to open fire, then you have my blessing to put them down.
All right, Colonel Autumn, you've got yourself a deal. I'll respect your wishes, as long as you do the same for me. So, you ready to head out now then?
Yeah, sure. You know, I really think this deal of ours is for the best, and I'm more than happy to stick it to the Gunners. Let's go kick their asses.
Stop right there, stranger, and put up your hands. You've just walked yourself into a hornet's nest, and I demand to know why. Who the hell are you?
Huh? Hornet's nest? What the hell are you even talking about?
What? You've never heard the term walking into a hornet's nest? It means that you're in some serious trouble for being somewhere you shouldn't be. Now, I strongly recommend you start answering my questions before I lay you down flat and kill you where you stand. Clock's ticking, so start talking.
What the hell even is this place? I thought Concord was all but abandoned and destroyed.
That's true, yes, for most of the city. But this here is the headquarters for the NCR Expeditionary Force, so obviously it needed to be renovated. But that's beside the point. I asked you a motherfucking question, so unless you want to find out what a 12-gauge feels like, I suggest you speak up.
Easy there, lady. I was just taking a look around. I didn't even know this place was still standing, let alone occupied by whoever the fuck you are. Now, I am sorry for the disturbance. So, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to turn around and leave while I still can. And I apologize for the trouble, okay?
Oh, you're not getting off that easy. As the NCR's Commander-in-Chief in the Commonwealth, I am hereby placing you under arrest for the time being. First, I want to know exactly who the fuck you think you are. And then after that, we can get into what brought you through my door. So start talking.
What the hell is the NCR? And why did it send you all the way here to the Commonwealth with an expeditionary force in tow?
The NCR is the new California Republic, and they sent us here to monitor both the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel from a safe enough distance. We wanted to have constant eyes on both groups, especially considering that the Brotherhood used to be a significant enemy of ours on the West Coast. And because doing so required us to venture so far from the NCR's borders, a military expedition was officially organized, and I was made its leader. Now, we've been here just over a year now, and I fully intend to make it so both groups are unable to cause us harm, no matter how far away they are.
Wait, you're placing me under arrest? What the fuck did I even do to be arrested for? And what gives you the right to do this, huh? The world's over.
Never heard of wasteland justice, huh? I am an official authority here, and with the NCR's best interests in mind. That's what gives me the right.
What the hell is your problem, lady? All I did was walk through the front door. I mean, who the hell even are you, anyway?
My name is General Cassandra Moore, of the new California Republic Army. And my problem, as you refer to it, is that now I have to deal with you. I mean, you're an outsider. Some random wastelander with a Pip-Boy on your wrist, and you just decided that you could come on someone else's property. And that property, mind you, is the official East Coast headquarters of the new California Republic. So excuse me for taking my job seriously here. Now please, just fucking tell me what your name is. Who are you, and why did you come here?
Wait, so you're a general with the new California Republic?
Yes, I am currently one of the top generals in the NCR. And on top of that, I am also the NCR's ambassador to the Commonwealth. I am in charge here. And with both a military and civilian position under my belt, I essentially have the full authority of President Kimball backing me for this post. But we can get into that another time. You're doing an awful lot of avoiding my questions. And it's about damn time you just answered them promptly.
Come on. Can't you just trust me here? I mean, look at me. Do I really look like I'm a threat to you right now?
No, I can't just trust you about this. Operational security is of paramount concern to us, and I can't take the chance and risk our cover being blown. So unless you want your detainment to become a summary execution, I strongly recommend you explain yourself immediately. What is your goddamn name?
Fine, all right? I'll tell you. My name, or rather my nickname, is the Sole Survivor. I'm a vault dweller, and my actual name doesn't matter anymore. I was born and lived before the bombs fell, and my family and I were forced to watch as a nuclear blast decimated our home. We barely escaped it all. And in doing so, we found a new home inside Vault 111. But, as it turns out, the vault was an icebox, and somehow I was the only one who made it out. I watched helplessly as a man I'd never seen before killed my partner and then kidnapped our baby. They just left me on ice as a so-called backup. I was refrozen, and it was only just recently that I thawed out again and was released into a world I had no place in. So, now, here I stand, with you. And as for what brought me here, I was told there were still people alive in Concord, and I needed to see it for myself, to see if I was alone here. So, as of right now, that's my story. That's all the explaining I can offer you. I'm just an old vault dweller trying to find my son and stay alive.
Wow. I didn't know what to expect you to say, but that definitely wasn't it. But if what you've just told me is true, then you have my condolences. I am hereby releasing you from NCR custody, and now you're free to go. And I'd like to offer you my deepest apologies for my being so harsh to you. I mean, I hope you can understand the need for extreme caution on my part. Our existence here isn't fully known yet, and I can't risk being exposed. You were a completely unknown and unexpected visitor to us, at a time when we need to be discreet, so I couldn't take the chance you were a threat. So please forgive me for being indelicate, and for my intrusive violation of your personal sovereignty. You're free to go now if you'd like. However, should you choose to stay, I'd like to talk to you about an opportunity I may have for you. I think you could be an asset to us after all.
So you're telling me that I'm suddenly not a threat now? How can you be so sure? Because not even a minute ago, you were ready to shoot me on sight.
You're right, I was. And I can't be completely certain, no, but I do know how to read people. You're more like a harmless outsider now than a threat. So I'm ready to chalk all this up to a mistake. You came into the wrong place at the wrong time, and I guess I can't really fault you for that, can I? Plus, I think I could use someone new who isn't affiliated with any groups out there. So if you're willing to hear me out, I think it'd be worth it.
I don't know. You really crossed a line, and I'm gonna need something in return if you want me to just act like nothing happened. Give me a reason.
Well, it's not like I'm in a position to really offer any concessions. But I can say that having the NCR as a friend is a much better deal than not. And since you said that you're new to the Commonwealth, I'm sure you don't have much in the way of resources, armor, or weapons. We, however, do. So if you're willing to consider what it is I do have to offer, then I think you'd find this world a lot less dangerous than it must seem to you now. So will you accept my apology and stay to hear me out, or is this where our paths diverge and we go our separate ways? The choice is yours here.
All right, General Moore. I'll accept your apology. I understand your need for security and discretion. And I definitely wasn't very careful walking in. So, yes, if we can agree that this was just an unfortunate case of a misunderstanding, then I'm willing to let it go and move on from it peacefully. Now, I want to hear what exactly you have to offer me. What is this so-called opportunity you came up with that you'd like for me to look into?
Oh, please, call me Cassandra. I may be a warhawk, but it doesn't mean I'm a bitch. We use first names around here, unless doing so is inappropriate. But anyways, about my offer. I need someone who can blend into a crowd and who can infiltrate the different groups in the Commonwealth with ease. My men are obviously NCR, and I'm sure if they were captured, they couldn't hide their affiliation with our army. You, however, don't have that issue. So what I'm offering is for you to join the NCR, but as an independent agent. I need someone who is familiar with the region and can operate alone. And given your history, you'd fit the bill perfectly. Even if that history is from 200 years ago, it'd still be invaluable to us. So what do you say?
Hold on. I need to know more first. You're wanting me to help you infiltrate the different groups? What exactly would I be expected to do afterward?
Well, obviously you'd need to gain their trust and respect before anything else. But what I want is intel. We need to know everything about them all. Our primary mission here in the Commonwealth is reconnaissance first, and then action second. But we can't exactly do anything if we're clueless. So what I need is maps, plans, movements, troop counts, financial and logistical documents, and everything in between. We need to have total clarity. So if you're willing to accept this job offer, then I can grant you total immunity as a member of the NCR. You'd have our full backing and then some. So now, knowing full well what I will expect from you, I need to know. Will you take this job or not? You need to give me a decision here, please.
What exactly is an independent agent? I mean, would I be a member of the NCR or not?
An independent agent is someone who can operate autonomously and elusively, on their own, and can't be directly linked to their employer in any way. So yes, you'd be a part of the NCR, and I'm willing to grant you full member status into our expeditionary force. But officially, we don't know you. I'll give you a strategic objective. You operate as you see fit to accomplish it, and we learn to trust each other, and hope it plays out well for us. And if you'd like me or my men to join you in this, then we can negotiate a partnership plan. But officially, the NCR can never be involved in this.
Honestly, I think this is a great idea. If I can act of my own accord, then I can move forward with this deal of yours. I accept your offer, Cassandra.
Great. That's great, thank you. Now, since we're doing this, then I suppose I should brief you on the current state of affairs for us in the region. Currently, our expedition is divided into two groups. We have our HQ here in Concord, And we also have the NCR's elite 1st Recon Group in Cambridge. Now, our primary targets are the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel. But we also want intel on pretty much everyone living in the Commonwealth. That means Diamond City, the Gunners, the Minutemen, the Enclave, Good Neighbor, Bunker Hill, the Railroad, Raiders, and anyone else that's out there. So if you can get us any sort of documentation or proof regarding these different groups and their activities, then I'll see to it you're rewarded. But for starters, I want to personally come with you and see for myself what you can do. But after that, though, you're on your own. Now let's go.
I'm walking out of here whether you like it or not. Now it's your choice if I'm gonna leave here in peace, or with a string of dead bodies behind me.
Oh, what the hell then? Fine, you can go. You're not worth the trouble anyways. Now get the hell out of here before I change my mind about it. And don't you ever fucking come back here. You don't want to know what the NCR does to its enemies. Now am I clear on that? Good. Now leave. I thought I told you never to come back here. So why in the hell are you standing in my office again? You'd better have a damn good answer for me.
Fuck you, Cassandra. I don't know why you think it's my fault that your vagina's shriveled up, but it's not. So why don't you go get pegged by a goose?
What the actual fuck did you just say to me? Oh my god. You know what? For that, all bets are off. Get the absolute fuck out of my office, right now.
What just happened?
What the? Should have run. You're dead.
Hey.
Hey there! Glad I finally caught up with you. My name's Veronica. Welcome to the Brotherhood and its glorious floating bathtub.
Glorious floating bathtub? What do you mean?
The Pridwin, obviously. You know, the big-ass blimp we're inside of? The thing looks like an upside-down bathtub. Don't tell me you can't see it.
Veronica, huh? Do you have a last name?
Yeah, actually, I do. It's Santangelo. But most people just call me Veronica, and I'd prefer it if you did the same.
It's nice to meet you, Veronica. I appreciate you taking the time to say hi.
Nice to meet you too. And of course, I couldn't let Dance get all the credit for showing you around. It's not every day someone new joins up with us.
How long have you been with the Brotherhood?
About as long as I can remember. I was born into it, somewhere around 33 years ago, out on the West Coast. A lot's changed since, but I'm still here.
What is it you do here? For the Brotherhood, I mean.
Oh, I'm a field scribe, which essentially means I'm a scientist who gets to play with guns and shoot stuff. I work for Naraya and Quinlan.
Well, I'm glad you put in the effort to make me feel welcome. Honestly, it doesn't seem like very many people actually want me here.
Yeah, I get it. Everybody's so stuck in their ways that they can't open up, but fuck them. Who cares? How about we blow this joint and go exploring?
You want to go exploring with me? Why? I mean, we only just met.
Maybe because I think you're cool and that you can handle yourself? Besides, it's my job to see what's out there and document it. So what do you say?
I can't right now, Veronica. I'm not saying no, but just maybe later. I'll come get you when I'm ready.
All right, I get it. If you change your mind, I'll probably still be here.
Hey there.
Back again, huh? You finally ready to take me with you? I can't wait to see your life up close.
Sure, Veronica. We can go exploring, get what you need, and we can go.
Yes! All right, let's get out of here. I'm so ready to be free of this place.
Hey.
Your favorite follower at your service. What can I do?
Your thoughts?
Diamond City reminds me of New Vegas, with their wall and their lights all lit up at night, though their quality of life makes it more like Freeside.
Your thoughts?
There was a time back in the Mojave where I felt so disillusioned by the Brotherhood that I almost abandoned them. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Your thoughts?
Diamond City reminds me of New Vegas, with their wall and their lights all lit up at night, though their quality of life makes it more like Freeside.
Your thoughts?
I wonder what will happen to the Commonwealth when we finally deal with the Institute. Hopefully, we can forge an alliance with the Minutemen.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
What? You mean the invisible suit of metal plates I'm wearing? Why don't you get me out of it yourself?
Nothing. Never mind.
All right then, sorry I asked. Sure, you can look, but I expect you to buy me dinner if you touch me.
Whoa there, tough guy. You can't just barge in here like you own the place. This bar belongs to the Tunnel Snakes. Who do you think you are, huh?
Tunnel snakes? What the hell is a tunnel snake?
We are, of course. All of us here are bona fide Tunnel Snakes. It's the name of our gang, and we're proud of it. Now about what I asked you.
Wait, this is your bar? I gotta say, it's remarkably well kept, what with the state of the world and all.
Yeah, this place is mine. And thanks. Though I'd prefer to consider it owned by the gang collectively. I stumbled upon it a few years back, and I've spent a lot of time and effort restoring it to pre-war standards. Took a lot of work to make it happen. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, this is Tunnel Snake's property. We rule this bar, and what we say goes. Now answer my fucking question.
Hey, I didn't mean any trouble. I figured this place was abandoned, and I thought I'd take a look around.
Yeah? Well, it's not. This spot's already been claimed, and I ain't letting it go to some outsider from who knows where.
What would it take for you to unclaim it? Because I might be looking to buy, if you're interested.
Haha, very funny. You got jokes now, huh? This bar ain't for sale, and we ain't leaving. Period.
Hey, I'm not an outsider. Boston is my home too.
No shit. I wasn't talking about Boston. I'm talking about the bar. You don't know us and we don't know you, but that didn't stop you from coming in.
Relax. I ain't here to take your bar from you, nor am I looking for a fight. So why don't we all just calm down and talk things through?
All right, I guess we can do that. For now. So why don't we start with the handshakes and hellos, huh? Who even are you anyway?
Why don't we start with who you are first?
Sure, fine, whatever. I'm Butch Deloria, and if you haven't noticed, I'm the boss of this gang. I built the Tunnel Snakes from scratch, okay? Now it's your turn. Tell me who you are.
What made you choose to set up shop here? I mean, downtown is full of raiders and mutants who wouldn't hesitate to put you in the ground. Why did you choose to move into this place and not anywhere else?
Hey, if I thought we'd be in any real danger, I would have picked another spot. This place was unoccupied and kinda hidden, so it was good enough to me. I've made it work all this time, and we've barely been bothered aside from you, so I'd say I made the right choice. Now, about your name. What is it?
Oh, I've got many names, but most just call me the sole survivor at this point. It's a long story that I'd rather not get into.
Well, all right then, sole survivor. Welcome to the home of the Tunnel Snakes. Now, if you're gonna be here, then I got a few ground rules for you. Rule number 1, treat me and my gang with respect. We're giving you an olive branch here, and it'd be real bad if you chose not to take it. Rule number 2, no weapons get used in here. You start shooting, and we'll make you regret it big time. I ain't burying another Tunnel Snake. Got it? And rule number 3, what happens in the bar stays in the bar. No matter what you see or hear, it stays secret. Best for everybody that way. Now, so long as you respect my rules, you're welcome to come and go as you please. Otherwise, I guarantee you it won't be pretty. Capiche?
Are the rules really all that necessary, Butch? I'm not here to cause you trouble, and if I were, then we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah, wise ass, they are. I don't care what your intentions may or may not be. I need to know we've got ourselves an understanding, or you can leave.
What exactly happens if I don't want to play ball? What do you plan on doing?
If you don't want to play ball, then we've got nothing to talk about. So if that's really the case, then I'll force you out of here. Dead or alive. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, Butch, I understand. You won't have any problems from me.
Great. Now, on to other matters. Any chance you'd be looking for a job at the moment? I've got something I think you'd be perfect for if you want it.
Well, that depends. What kind of job is it?
Well, that's the thing. It ain't so much a job, but more an opportunity. I'm in the market for another Tunnel Snake, and I think you'd fit the bill. I'm looking for a guy or a girl who ain't afraid of a little dust-up and can fight like hell. I need some fearless muscle with a side of smarts. So what I'm offering here is a chance for you to join my crew. I mean, you waltzed on in here without a care in the world, and that says something. Besides, you seem like you can handle yourself just fine. You ain't brain dead, and you're clearly talented. So I want you to join the Tunnel Snakes. Is that something you think you could do? I sure could use another partner after all. What do you say?
Sure, Butch. I could use a job. Just point me in the right direction and you've got yourself a deal.
Oh, yeah. Attaboy, baby. All right, first things first. You can consider yourself a brand new, bona fide tunnel snake. Wear it with pride. Second, I want you to prove that you deserve this opportunity. So, we're gonna go shoot us some bad guys, and I'm gonna see how you fight. Let's go. What is it now, Chief?
I'd like to talk about something else.
What else is there to talk about?
I'd like to know more about you.
What exactly do you want to know about me?
So, who are you, Butch? What makes you so unique?
Well, that's a question I've been trying to answer for a while now. I'm the leader of the Tunnel Snakes, sure. But what else is there? I mean, I guess you could say I'm a bit of a rebel. I'm certainly not a fan of being told what to do. And at the end of the day, I protect my own. I like living it up with my crew back in the bar. I've never really been one to back down from a fight. And I know my manners and to show respect. In my younger days, I'd boast about being the best. But now that I'm older, I can see it ain't too becoming to do that. I'm ambitious, but realistic. Aside from that, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm the boss of this gang, I treat everyone with respect, and I know what and what not to do. Okay?
I'd like to know what you think about the other factions.
Okay, sure. What about them?
Tell me something about the bigger settlements.
Well, there's only a handful of bigger settlements out there. So take your pick.
What about Bunker Hill? They've got a pretty decent lock on the local and regional trade networks, right?
Bunker Hill is the caravan capital of the Commonwealth, and rightfully so. Not even Diamond City can hold a candle to them. Plus, they're good to us. Word is, though, that they're tied into the railroad. I don't know if it's the truth, but supposedly the railroad uses them to smuggle synths around. And if that's really the case, then it won't be long before the Institute comes knocking. I certainly wouldn't want to be there when that shit happens.
What do you think about Good Neighbor? Hancock's doing a decent enough job controlling the ruffians, right?
Controlling? Hancock doesn't exactly control Good Neighbor and its people all that much. They're all anarchists, but I guess it's safer than nothing.
Do you think Diamond City is a good place to be? They're doing pretty good for themselves in this post-war hell, right?
Yeah, Diamond City ain't bad at all. They're not my favorite place called D.C., but they're a good bunch in my mind. I visit there every now and again. They've been real nice to us tunnel snakes, and they allowed us to stick around when we first got here, so they've got some good karma in my book.
I'm done talking about the bigger settlements.
All right, cool. Then who's next?
I want to know what you think about the smaller groups out there.
Which of the smaller fish do you care to hear about?
I want to know what you think about the bigger players.
Okay, sure. Which one of the big wigs?
Do you think the railroad is right to try and save synths?
Not really, no. The only synths I've seen are those Terminator-style robots. The ones that'd kill you on sight just for fun. How do you save that? Besides, word is the Institute's onto them. Like flies on shit. So if you ask me, the railroad's as good as done for. End of the line and everything.
Give me your thoughts on the Brotherhood. They've got some serious firepower, huh?
Oh yeah, they do. I've encountered the Brotherhood before, back in the Capital Wasteland. And I really hope they brought Liberty Prime here with them. However, the Brotherhood's got a morality issue now. Back then, they were undoubtedly the good guys, and they truly cared about their fellow man. Now, though, they seem more inclined to shoot you than to help you. And that's a really big fucking problem. I just don't get what the hell changed. But I hope they can get past the whole tyrannical dictatorship thing they've got going on. I want the old Brotherhood back, the way it used to be.
What do you think of the Minutemen?
The Minutemen have got a long road ahead of them. I think they're definitely a good bunch, sure. But good intentions alone aren't enough in the end. To do what they want to do, they'd need an army. A big, cohesive army standing behind one hell of a charismatic leader. And that's just the beginning. So uniting the Commonwealth and giving it a proper government is gonna be a big ask. But if they can pull it off, then the Snakes would support them.
Give me some more options.
More options, coming right up. So here you go.
Ever heard of the Enclave?
Oh, I ain't just heard of them, I've fought them. Back in the Capital Wasteland, those dumb fucks were trying to poison everyone's drinking water. So as far as I'm concerned, the Enclave can get fucked. And if any of them survive that shit, I'll whack them again. The tunnel snakes will see to it.
Are you a fan of the Institute?
God, no. Who in their right mind would back the Institute? They're the Commonwealth's boogeyman, and they're responsible for all those killer synths. I'd surely like to give their leader a kick in the ass. Bunch of dumb fucks, shitting on the rest of us for no good reason. I hope they all collapse.
Ever heard of the NCR? Apparently, they sent one of their generals on a military expedition up here to Boston.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Supposedly, they won a war against this wannabe Roman Empire called the Legion back out west. But that could just be talk. So if they sent a general and some troops up this way, then we'd better dig in for a fight and fast. I don't want to be caught in a shootout with them. Now, whether or not they mean well is irrelevant. I certainly wouldn't mind extending them an olive branch, but if they want to fight, they'll get it. So, just be careful around them. We don't really know what the West Coast looks like, nor what their intentions are and what they brought with them.
I'm done talking about the major factions.
Yeah, fuck the big guys.
I think I've heard enough about the factions, for now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm done talking about them too. So what's next?
We're done talking for now. Let's keep moving.
All right then, lead the way.
Hail the People's Republic!